As a young girl with two protective yet quarrelsome older brothers, growing up I was always taught to look out for myself, to be independent, and never let my guard down because men can't be trusted. As I got older, I never allowed myself to be defined by who I was with. As social media became more prevalent, it became harder and harder for me to feel like I could be my own independent without others defining me by my choices. Media depicts women as soft, sexy, and submissive, while men are portrayed as strong, macho, and dominant. Without a man to stand by her side, women nowadays are defenseless and vulnerable to men's desires, men's actions. The internet is in the palm of our hands, college students especially. Sitting with my friends for a typical dinner in the CI, I experienced the effects of social media in a less than positive way. When a guy on a sports team took a Snapchat from behind me and captioned it, I would smash that any day. One of the other guys smacked him upside the head and said, "Hey dude, that's not okay, that's his girl," pointing to the guy I was dating, who, a few minutes later, came to me and told me what had happened. Without his link between us, it's possible I would have never known about the picture sent through the internet. I kept my cool and laughed it off, saying I didn't know how to feel. Should I have been flattered? Offended? All I felt was uncomfortable. My body was subject to someone else's actions, and there was nothing that I could do about it. I didn't know this guy, and I didn't want to make a big deal out of it or cause any trouble. But at the same time, it felt wrong to just let it happen. If bystanders continue to let these situations occur, they will never stop. How often does a degrading picture get taken of a young female without her knowledge? The rest of the guys on the team may have slapped him upside the head, but they didn't stop him from sending the picture. It is part of the athletic male culture to need to be macho. Otherwise, teammates will use degrading terms toward those who are not living up to the societal standard of masculine and make them feel inferior. Does this mean it's not okay to care about another person's feelings? That standing up for someone's dignity is weak? According to the National Crime Prevention Council in 2011, more than 1 million teenage girls are victimized psychologically, physically, or both as a result of online socializing. 93% of women said that they have suffered significant emotional distress due to being a victim of these types of virtual harassments in 2014. But it doesn't end there. Another completely different time where I experienced this degrading culture, I was out at a party dancing with my friend until a male figure approached and asked to dance. I said no and continued on having a good time with my friend. But the questionnaire didn't stop there. The male student asked again to dance, and I again said no, this time walking away hand in hand with my friend for safety. He did not get the hint. We were two vulnerable girls, and the man began to follow us through the crowded room and wouldn't let up until we stopped walking and offered him our attention. At this moment, he asked one more time if I would go dancing with him. My friend cut in saying that I was dating someone, so I wasn't going to dance with him. With this, he finally accepted no as an answer, but he wouldn't turn around without leaving an impression. Looking me in the face, he said, "Okay, I can't dance with you, but I can still kiss you." He pressed his lips against mine and bolted as fast as he could. He had been lost in the sea of sweaty, drunken college students, and I was left confused, and as the victim of someone else's whimsical desires turned into thoughtless actions. At what point in time did it become okay to feel so entitled to someone else's body, refusing no as an acceptable response to a question? Although this individual was highly intoxicated, and there is the chance he doesn't even recall this incident, that is no excuse to invade someone's personal space without consent. The fact that he only accepted my response after hearing that I was dating somebody else exemplifies the idea that I was claimed by another man, and therefore he should back off. Otherwise, I was easy prey in his eyes, as if he could pounce at any moment and my objection wouldn't matter because I belonged to no one. These are just two examples of the victimizing that I and other girls around the world encounter on a daily basis. Because of the way social media portrays women, men have been conditioned to feel superior to women, to feel that females live to serve males, that they can do what they please without consequence. Based on societal expectations, a man with multiple women is seen as a champion, while a female with multiple men is seen as a slut who doesn't respect herself. But how can a girl respect herself when the rest of society doesn't even respect her? We have to do more than just be upset with the way in which women are viewed. We have to say something, do something, be something that people think we aren't. Women deserve the same level of respect that men do. We shouldn't have to fear walking alone at night, and we shouldn't have to transform ourselves into what the media tricks society into thinking we should look like or act like. I am not an object which belongs to someone else. I am not public property up for sale that you can trespass on. I do not belong to anyone besides myself, and no one is entitled to my body but me. No means no, whether or not I have a boyfriend to claim me. No means no because I am an individual, and I deserve respect.